Hello everyone, welcome back to the physics lecture. So in today's video, we will study your BSc second semester, that is a continuation part of your dielectric. Okay, so in dielectric, we will study today the first concept, that is the electric displacement, and the next electric susceptibility. Okay, next third one, relation between electric displacement, electric field and the polarization, and the last one is relation between dielectric constant and the electric susceptibility. First, electric displacement. In that, first we will see the explanation. After the explanation, we will see the definition. So here, consider a charged spherical conductor of a radius r which is enclosed by a charge q. So here we are considering one spherical conductor. Consider this is one spherical conductor which has the radius r. Okay, next here, which is enclosed by a charge q. So here our sphere is what? Enclosed by a charge q. So charges may be plus q and the minus q, that will be enclosed in this sphere. Next here, the intensity at any point on the surface is given by, they given the intensity at any point on this surface. Okay, that intensity is what? E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Next we are simplifying this, taking epsilon naught in this side, epsilon naught E is equal to q divided by 4 pi r square. Okay, we will get this equation. After that, keeping this term as it is, that is epsilon naught E is equal to q divided by a, we are taking this term as a. So why? Because that is nothing but our area of an enclosed sphere. Okay, so we will get here epsilon naught E is equal to q divided by a. So again we are writing epsilon naught E is nothing but a d, that is equal to q by a. So this is our final expression. So here d is nothing but a electric displacement. Okay, so this is the explanation. We will see the definition. So here, where d is called a electric displacement, it can be defined as the product of electric field and the permittivity of a free space. So we know the equation, that is d equal to epsilon naught into E. So the electric displacement is nothing but the product of electric field and the permittivity of a free space. Okay, this is the explanation of the electric displacement. Next we will move for the electric susceptibility. Okay, again in that also, first we will see the explanation, after explanation we will see the definition. So here, when a dielectric material is placed in an electric field, it becomes electrically polarized. Already we know that when we are keeping our dielectric material in a parallel plate capacitor, we will get what? Net dipole moment. So polarization is nothing but what? Dipole moment per unit volume. So here we are getting the net dipole moment, so that is our polarization. So we are using the word that become electrically polarized. Okay, so next here, for a isotropic dielectric, we are taking one isotropic dielectric material. So in that what happened? The polarization vector P is directly proportional to the electric field E. Okay, for isotropic dielectric, the polarization vector P is directly proportional to the what? Electric field E. So we can write P is directly proportional to E. And taking the constant, P is equal to epsilon naught into xi into E. Next, taking in the form of epsilon naught xi, we are writing P divided by E. So here we are writing the xi is nothing but what? Our electric susceptibility, that is the notation term. And we will see the definition, that hence electric susceptibility is defined as the ratio of electric polarization to the electric field strength. So we are writing here P by E, that is the ratio of P by E. P is nothing but electric polarization and the E is nothing but the electric field strength. Okay, this is the what? Electric susceptibility. In this slide, already we studied the electric susceptibility. Next, we'll move to the third concept of today's video, that is the relation between the electric displacement, electric field and the polarization, that is P. So in that, first we'll see some theoretical part. So here, the first para, when a dielectric slab is placed between the parallel plate capacitor, due to polarization of dielectric charges are induced at the surface of dielectric. Already we know that we are keeping our dielectric material or the slab in between the parallel plate capacitor. So after that, what happened? We are getting our charges polarized, means we are getting some induced charges. Okay, next here, the negative charges are induced in one side of the dielectric near the positive plate, and negative charges are induced on other side of the dielectric sheet near the negative plate. So here, consider this is our parallel plate capacitor. So this is the positive charges and this is the negative charges. By applying the electric field, we are getting the net dipole moment, that is the polarization. So here negative, positive, negative, positive. So we can explain this here. Negative charge are induced in one side of the dielectric of the positive plate. So here negative charge with respect to positive charge, and like that the positive charge with respect to negative charge. So like that we are composing our parallel plate capacitor with respect to dielectric material, and we are getting the induced charges or the electrically polarized charges. Okay, this is the explanation of first as well as the second para. In next we'll see what are the induced charges. So see, if Q is the charges on the plate and Q dash be the charges on the boundary of the dielectrics, whatever the charges on the boundary of the dielectrics we are getting, so that for that charges we are calling as induced charges. So Q dash, it may be minus Q dash or plus Q dash. So these type of charges we are getting on the boundary of the dielectrics. For that charges we will call as a induced charge. Okay. So see here. Next, what happened? What is the result or what is the conclusion? Means the resultant field between the parallel plate of a capacitor is in presence of a dielectric is given by E is equal to Q minus Q dash divided by epsilon naught into E. Okay. Again we are making the simplification, taking the epsilon naught in this side. So LHS is epsilon naught is equal to Q minus Q dash as it is divided by A, and separate dividing, that is Q by A minus Q dash by A. Next, what happened? We are making the simplification. Remain epsilon naught E as it is, Q dash by A as it is, and taking minus Q dash by A term in this side. So we will get this equation. So here Q by A is equal to epsilon naught E plus Q dash by A. Next term, Q dash by A we are taking D. Why? Because of the electrical displacement. Our final answer is D equal to Q by A. So by the electric displacement we can write Q by A as a D. Next, epsilon naught E as it is, taking Q dash by A as a P. So why we are taking here Q dash by A as a P means our charges get electrically polarized. By the electrically polarized we are getting the induced charges. So our Q dash is nothing but the induced charges. So for that we are taking as a Q dash by A here polarization. Okay, so this is the relation between the electric displacement, electric field and the polarization, and all D, E and P are in a vector form. Next we'll see the last relation or the last concept, that is the relation between dielectric constant and the electric susceptibility. So see, in that for a dielectric material the polarization is proportional to the electric field. So this is the E. So for dielectric material, our polarization is directly proportional to the electric field. So we can write here P is directly proportional to E. By taking the constant term we will get our equation 1 as P is equal to epsilon naught xi E into E. Okay, next here xi is nothing but what? It is one dimensionless constant. So it don't have the dimension, so we can call this as a electric susceptibility of the dielectrics. Okay, xi is nothing but what? It is a dimensionless, and we can call this as a electric susceptibility of the dielectrics. Next here, the constant epsilon naught. So already we know that epsilon naught is nothing but what? Permittivity of a free space. So here the constant epsilon naught is included to make the xi e is dimensionless. So we are including the epsilon naught. Why? Because of our xi is dimensionless. To make the xi is dimensionless, we are including here the epsilon naught. Okay, this is the explanation of this slide. See here the next. The electric displacement D is defined by the relation. So by the relation of the water, electric displacement, electric field and the polarization, we can write our equation number 2 as a electric displacement. Okay, so here by this slide we will get our equation number 1, and this slide we will get our equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2 we can write D is equal to epsilon naught E plus epsilon naught xi into E. Next, taking the common term, that is epsilon naught E is into 1 plus xi E. Next, 1 plus xi E we are substituting as a k, and we can write the relation D is equal to epsilon naught E into k. Okay, this is the what? Relation of the dielectric displacement and the electric susceptibility. So in today's video we studied the electric displacement, and the next electric susceptibility, and the third one is what? Relation between the electric displacement, electric susceptibility, as well as the next the relation between the electric displacement, electric field and the polarization. Okay, we'll continue this chapter in a next video. Thank you.